Alright fellas, the next project, this car is a 2012 Mazda 2. Look at that baby! Shoo! She clean! She's ridiculously clean. Alright, so what we got going on with it, since I apparently don't get time to work on my own vehicles, is struts! We're getting it ready to sell, and it needs struts. I knew that. This is the FC. What we're doing, we're leaving it here for the night. Gonna take this back up to the shop, get it fixed, and then we'll come back and pick this up tomorrow. But we gotta go. They left me like no gas in this car, of course. You know, I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. So we're gonna run. All right, fellas. Here's the car. We got the first strut off. There it is. As you can tell, it is kind of had its time. Oh, I realize my camera's not focusing. Yeah, he's kind of been through it. Had a rough life. We're setting the new strut in right now on the right side, left side, and we have 3 more to go. So I'm kind of just gonna like gradually record and yeah, see what we get.
Alright, so I want to go over a tool list of all of the tools you're going to need to get the job done. It's pretty simple. It helps having the tools laid out beforehand. That way you're not wasting time figuring out what size each nut and everything is. So I've compiled everything into a list for you guys. So you need 2 jack stands for lifting up each end of the car, 1 jack, a 21mm socket for your lug nuts, 12mm socket for the brake line bracket. Go ahead and grab a razor for the speed sensor. It has a zip tie that holds it to the bracket. Grab a 14mm socket for the torsion bar stabilizer, a 17mm for the strut nuts. Grab 2 17mm, grab a wrench and a socket because you need a counterhold. Grab a 14mm for removing the top 3 strut nuts, and then a 12mm for the top AC lines and the brake reservoir on top of the strut. You're also going to need a 10mm for the top strut nut that holds the cover bracket onto the rear shock. And then I went ahead and added some optional tools. You don't need these, but I just used them and they kind of help. One of them was a skinny punch or a long 1/4-inch extension. This you can actually use to push out the strut bolts. Sometimes they'll get a little strut. Okay. Really? Sometimes they'll get a little stuck, and you can run a punch or a 1/4-inch extension behind them and tap it with a hammer to get them out all the way. You'll actually see that happen in this video. And then another tool you're going to need is the 13mm. My new struts came with 13mm on top rather than the 14s that the old ones had. So I'm not sure if that's common across all strut replacements, but I would just grab it just to be safe. So it's important to replace your struts. Old and worn struts can actually let the suspension basically move more than it should, which adds a little extra stress onto your steering components. That can also accelerate tire wear, and over time it will have an effect on your bushing and ball joints. If you know your struts are rough, don't wait around. Go ahead and get them replaced. It's not a long process. This job took me about 2.5 to 3 hours start to finish for all 4 struts, which is pretty good. Mazda made it just about as simple as possible to replace them on this car, so shout out to Mazda. Do not wait around. If your car has issues in warm parts that you know of, don't wait till the problem spreads and gets bigger and becomes something that you can't fix in 2 to 3 hours. Go ahead and attack it and keep your car running smooth.